Hey everybody, Mark Stiles of Stiles Law down here at Studio B, answering yet another question from one of our viewers. Mark, I recently did a closing and I have all this paperwork. What do I really need to keep and what can I get rid of? That's a great question. I remember back in the day, we used to handle closings and we'd walk into the conference room and drop a library of paperwork on people to take home and good luck, put it in a filing cabinet. Maybe it'll fit, maybe it won't, but here's all of the paperwork, right? Then we moved to CDs and then we moved to thumb drives and now we're working with encrypted emails. And of course, we ask our people to save those encrypted emails because they have private information on them behind a password, hopefully a dual authenticated password. But what about that paperwork? What about those closings from way back, right? Lot of paperwork. What should you keep and what don't you really need? So let's talk about two different transactions. One, the purchase, right? Purchase, you want to definitely keep your settlement sheet from the point of purchase. Why? Well, for tax purposes, that's your basis point. That's the beginning point of what you bought the house for. Just like you would want to keep all your receipts for any capital expenditures, you would want to keep that first settlement sheet. Along with that, you'd want to keep your promissory note. If you financed, you want to keep that note to compare to make sure that you and your service provider, your bank, are on the same terms years later. And you might want to keep your home inspection report. It might be a helpful guide to go back and look at how old the roof was when you bought it versus how many years you've lived in it. And finally, and most importantly, you want to keep and retain your title insurance policy. We have a good video on title insurance as well, but that one will be the most valuable when you go to sell your home. But what about the deed, Mark? What about the homestead? What about the mortgage? These are all part of the public record. And in most counties in Massachusetts, you have free access to see those documents, and you can always print those out. Now, obviously, if you've received your documents in an encrypted email, it takes up no tangible storage. There's no filing cabinets or boxes that you're holding these documents, so you have them all. But what do you really need? Again, title insurance, note, settlement sheet are the most important. Now, what about a refinance, right? Same thing. You've purchased, now you're refinancing. You're in essence canceling the old loan, creating a new one. What do you need there, right? You don't need that old note anymore. But they're going to send you what's called a discharge. That's a very important document. When you get that discharge, you need to determine whether or not it's been recorded or if you need to record it. If it's an original and the letter asks you to record it, that has to go on record at the Registry of Deeds, or you need to save that with your title insurance policy so that when you sell your property, those mortgages will be cleared effectively. What about everything else? If you want to be particular and you really want to save it, scan it, put it behind that dual authenticated server that you have. But otherwise, shred those documents. Folks, if you appreciate this content, please share it with everyone and anyone. And subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Stiles Law for this and other valuable videos. But be sure to ring the bell to know when they come. Be well, folks.